Okay, example 1. Use the power law to find the derivative of each of, okay, A, B, and C. Now the power law, that's this, power law. The function, if the function is ax to the n, then the derivative is, you bring the n down and it becomes an, so the n comes to the front, an, x, and then you take 1 away from n, so the power is reduced by 1. So we're going to use this one for these exercises. The first one, the function is 3x squared plus 2x plus 7. All right, now they've already got the answer right here, 6x plus 2. It said use the rules above. But how did they get that? Let's have a look. All right, let's use that. We're looking at A, this one here. Let's write that out. We've got the function of x equals 3x squared plus 2x plus 7. We're going to use this rule here, the power law. Okay, we're going to use that. So watch as we go. We go term by term. Okay, so the derivative of this function, we bring this 2 down to the front. We multiply it by the coefficient there. So it'll be 2 times 3 is 6. 6x. And we reduce the 2 by 1. So that become 2 minus 1. And that is 1, which you don't need to write, but we'll write it in now. Plus, same thing here. Have a look at the power. The power there is 1. If we bring down 1, we're going to bring down the 1 and multiply it. So that becomes 2. 2x. Using the power law, that 1 minus 1 is 0. So effectively, we'll put a 0 there. Okay. Now 7 is a constant, so in fact that becomes 0. Okay, because it has no value of x there. And then we resolve that, and we've got 6x plus 2. And that is the solution. Let's have a look at B. Okay, the function of x equals 3 over x squared. First step, you need to rewrite it. So let's write it as it is. B, function of x equals 3 over x squared. We can rewrite that as 3 times x to the minus 2. Okay. Now the derivative, following the same power rule that we've got up here, this power law, you bring down the minus 2 to the front, so it's minus 2 times 3, that's minus 6 x. And the next step was to reduce minus 2 to by 1. So reduce it by 1, that's minus 2 minus 3. Well, that becomes minus 3. Now that's interesting to leave it like that, or you can also rewrite it as minus 6 over x cubed. And that's the end of that one. Let's have a look at C. Now we've got these radical signs in here, so we'll see how we can deal with those. Okay. Let's write it up. C equals function of x equals 4 root x plus 1 over root x. That's 4 times x to the half plus 1 over x to the half, which is 4x to the half plus x to the minus a half. And the derivative is going to be, we just follow the same rules, right? We're still using these rules up here, the power law. Okay. We're going to bring down the half. So it's a half times 4. That half comes down multiplied by the 4. So that's 2. So we're going to have 2x. Then the half has to be reduced by 1. So it becomes minus a half. Minus a half. And now here I'll put the plus in, but let's see what we do with this. We've got minus a half. We bring that down to the front. So that becomes minus a half times x. And we have to take 1 away from that. Okay, 1 away from that. And so that's going to be, in this case, minus 3 on 2. Minus 3 on 2. Let's resolve that. That's 2x to the minus a half minus a half x to the minus 3 on 2. And that's going to be 2 over x to the half. And in this case, and 1 over 2x to the 3 on 2. Oh, that's a minus in there. Okay. Good, and you can put those back with the radical signs if you need to.